So you've been trading now, guys, for a little while now, but yet you're still not seeing the consistency that you're absolutely looking for. Well, the first question that I have to ask you is, do you have a trading plan, right? Because one thing that I realized throughout this journey, guys, is that a lot of traders, they come in and they're so quick to try to get to trading, right? They're so quick to download MT4 and sign up with their broker, connect their broker, and start placing trades, risking their hard-earned money on a skill set that they don't even have no structure on. That is a recipe for disaster, guys, if that is you, okay? Anytime that you are placing a trade in these markets, that trade should be broken down in a trading plan, because your trading plan is what's absolutely going to keep you structured throughout this entire course of this journey that you are now on. So with today's video, that's exactly what we're actually gonna go ahead and break down. We're gonna break down the main important things that you need to include when you are creating a trading plan for yourself around your specific strategy itself. Now, before we even go ahead and get into this video, family, I wanna go ahead and give a massive shout out to all of my Noti gang, right? I appreciate y'all. I love you guys. You guys know I create this content for y'all, right? So big shout out to these guys right here that are on the screen. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for being a part of Noti Gang. And I appreciate you guys, right? Now, if you want to be a part of Noti Gang, it's very simple. All you got to do is literally be subscribed to this channel, comment Noti Gang down below under this video, and also make sure to smash the like button. And you also have to have the notification bell on so that you are updated for every single video that I do plan on dropping here in the future. Now, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into these 5 steps, 5 most important things that you need to include in your trading plan for it to be a solid one. Let's get into this. All right, guys, so the first thing that you need to include when you're creating your trading plan is your reason why you even want to do this, right? And I know it sounds very cliche, your why, your this, why that, right? But you have to understand, guys, that, you know, when you're learning an entirely new language like trading, you know, it is going to involve a ton of learning new information, right? In fact, it's going to involve you pretty much unlearning a lot of stuff, a lot of bad habits, right? A lot of thought processes around certain things, for you to redevelop new habits, new thought processes that's going to allow you to actually trade profitably, right? Because believe it or not, guys, you know, trading itself was not designed, or is very difficult for people that are not born into a rich or a wealthy family, right? Trading is going to be very difficult for people that do not come from a background or a family, you know, lineage that involves that, right? So if you were never taught how to trade, if you were never taught how to invest, then I'm pretty sure that you have a lot to change, right, when it comes to your mindset and your approach around money before you actually start to see the results. Right now, I say all that to say this, guys, right? Trading is going to be difficult. So whenever there is a period in time where you feel like giving up, when you feel like quitting, you have to always look back to your reason why you even got started as a way to continue to be dedicated throughout this process. Because I'm going to be the first one to say it, right? You're not going to just come in and start to see massive results. In fact, even if you're trading for a few years, you're still going to have periods where things just might not click, right? So that's why it's so important, guys, to keep your why in the back of your mind so that you keep on pushing no matter what issue, no matter what situation, no matter what downfall, no matter how many blown accounts you experience. You keep pushing because you know that you will eventually get this thing down packed. Now, the second thing that you need to do, guys, you have to go ahead and create your set of goals, right? Create a set of goals, guys, from both a short-term and a long-term perspective. Like, what is your actual goal throughout the first 6 to 12 months of this journey, right? Your goals can be very simple, like learning how to trade, right? Learning how to understand technicals, learning how to understand fundamentals, learning how to trade sentiment analysis, right? Learning how to, become consistent with the strategy, right? Learning how to develop patience, learning how to be more disciplined, right? There's so many different goals that you can create that's more of a short-term goal, a 6 to 12 month goal, right? And it could be anything that you really want, that you want to get from this skill set, right? Again, it doesn't have to be necessarily anything monetarily wise, right? But it also could be, right? If your goal is to make $50,000 in your first year trading, I mean, by all means, if you truly believe you can do that, then write that stuff down, right? But you want to just document, guys, all of your short-term goals, and then also document your long-term goals so that you have a nice overall clear picture of what you're actually doing this for, right? And what you're actually trying to accomplish with learning this entirely, with learning that pretty much is this amazing skill set that we have access to, right? So make sure to write down your goals. Now, when it comes to your goals itself, guys, you always want to try to obviously look at it from a macro perspective, but then also break it down, right? So for example, if my goal is to make, say, $5,000 a month trading, okay, I'm gonna now break down that $5,000 a month to a weekly perspective. If I'm trying to make $5,000 a month, how much do I have to make every single week in order for me to make $5,000 a month, right? So that means for me to make $5,000 a month, I'll have to make $1,250 each week in order for me to get to that goal, right? Well, let's actually go ahead and break down, that $1,250 every single week into days, right? How much do I have to make every single day in order for me to actually accomplish that overall goal of $5,000 a month? Right? Well, that's going to be around $200 depending on how many days you actually actively traded. Again, the market is closed for about a day and a half to almost 2 days, right? But you can get 4 to 5 trading days in every single week, right? So you want to obviously divide that 1,250, by the actual trading days in the week, right? So again, minimize your goals, make it much more realistic, because when you look at it from a 5,000 perspective, you're like, man, that's a lot. But when you break things down, when you break it down, guys, it really does become a lot more easier, a lot more obtainable, right? But make sure you have your goals and make sure to break it down so everything does seem as realistic as possible. And now the third thing that you want to do, guys, and you want to include in your trading plan is going to be your actual strategies. Right now, I personally recommend that you start off with your breakdown or your strategy around fundamentals and sentimental analysis. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm very into fundamental and sentimental analysis. You understand fundamental and sentimental analysis, it just takes your trading to a whole nother level, but that's gonna be for an entirely different video, right? But what you wanna do is start to break down your systems, your strategy, how you actually treat fundamental and sentimental analysis in your overall macro outlook of this bigger picture. Now, when you have your overall strategy broken down, guys, from a fundamental and a sentimental perspective, then you wanna get into your actual technical strategy. What exactly are you looking for? Are you a supply and demand trader? Are you a smart money trader, right? No matter what type of trader you are, harmonic trader, right? Elliott wave trader, Wyckoff trader. It doesn't matter what strategy you trade. What you want to do is you want to break down every single step of that specific strategy. Literally detailed. It has to be extremely detailed, right? And the reason for this, because that is going to be the exact step-by-step process that you have to follow in order for you to actually decide to take that trade. Okay, there has to be certain criteria that needs to be implemented before you take that trade. You want to break down those criterias, right? Whether it's for your entries, whether it's for your exits, right? You want to break all that stuff down, guys, so you guys know exactly what it is that you're looking for. And when you know exactly what it is that you're looking for, it really does help out, guys, with controlling your emotional aspect of trading, because now you're trading based off logic and based off a step-by-step system that you ended up creating, but you also backtested and is proven to be profitable. The fourth thing that you want to do, guys, is make sure that you also break down. This is very important, but make sure that you do break down your rules around risk management. Okay, trading involves risk. Risk means that there's always a potential for loss. And in fact, it's guaranteed that you're going to take losses, guys, no matter how experienced you are, no matter how long you've been trading, right? I've been trading for 7.5 years now, and I still take losses, guys. It's a part of the game, right? It's one of those things that you cannot avoid and you cannot ignore, okay? So since we understand that trading is involving risk, we do know that there's going to be a high likeliness. In fact, there's almost a 100% certainty that we're going to take losses. We have to learn how to manage our risk correctly. And in fact, not just learning how to do it, we have to be disciplined to actually follow those rules, right? So whatever it is, guys, that you're trying to create for your risk management rules, make sure to include your risk per trade, how much you're willing to risk per every single trade that you decide to take, your risk per day, right? How much are you willing to risk on a daily basis? Then you can also include your overall risk exposure. How much are you comfortable with risking, right, at one given time of your entire account balance? Again, these are all going to be up to you to decide, right? Everybody's is going to be different, but make sure you do break down that rule and those rules and make sure to follow those rules, because I guarantee you, if you do not follow your risk management rules, you will blow account after account after account. And then the last thing that you also want to include in your trading plan is your rules around psychology, right? It is a fact, guys, that trading is very difficult, but it is very difficult because of people's lack of discipline and lack of emotional control. right? So your ability to be disciplined in these markets, right, is really going to come down to you making that decision that enough is enough. Okay, because I promise you right now, if you're newer to trading and you're just now watching this video, then I guarantee you are going to have a struggle when it comes to managing your discipline and managing your emotions. So you have to make sure to be aware of the fact that it is tough, but also figure out tips and tricks, guys, that's going to allow you to keep your emotions in check, keep your emotions in control, right? Utilizing things that from the risk management side can definitely play into that. Right? Like only risking 1% per trade, 2% per trade, right? Only doing this, only doing that. Whatever your rules are for you being able to control your emotions, it's key. One thing that I do, guys, that I like to implement is that if I risk more than 5% in a day, I'm done for the day. I'm usually out the markets. I'm closing my trades. I even might take an entire day off the following day because I know that I have to get my mindset right. Even though I've been trading now for a while, anytime you take a loss, although again it's logical, you're still gonna feel away because it is what it is, right? We're all human beings. You cannot completely remove your emotions. It's impossible, right? But it's about knowing how to manage them, right? So yeah, I might feel away, but since I'm so much better at trading now, I'm so much more experienced, I know how to manage it so much better, guys. So again, please don't not sleep on this. Right? Your mindset has to be the most important thing that you work on. Trading truly is all about self-mastery. And if you can control your mindset and control your discipline, then everything else is going to be extremely, extremely easy to put together. Right? So family, these 5 tips right here, these 5 things need to be included in your trading plan if you want to have an actual fireproof, bulletproof type of system. Right, so go ahead now and take some time out your day to go ahead and create your trading plan, create your system, create your structure, and then go ahead and trade and hopefully trade consistently profitable very soon, shortly after. Right, so family, without further ado, I do appreciate you guys. If you guys got some value out of this video, go ahead and drop a like below in the video. Make sure to go ahead and comment your favorite thing as well from this video. Comment a Noti Gang as well if you want to be a part of Noti Gang. And I look forward to continue providing you guys with massive value. I'll see you guys on the flip side. It's your boy Abel, and I'm out.